Mr. Thomas, you claim you've been petitioning the court system for a DNA test for 15-month-old Hannah Thomas for more than a year now.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, you've been notified that you will be paying support because you signed the birth certificate, but claim it was under false pretenses. Now, the court will decide whether there's reasonable cause to grant you a DNA test today. Ms. Zachary, you claim Mr. Thomas is the father of your daughter, and it's time he step up to the plate and bring your family back together.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Thomas, when did you learn you were going to be put on child support?
2 weeks ago, Your Honor. I went to the mailbox thinking I'm getting a check, and unluckily, I end up getting a paper from child support saying that half my wages is going to be taken.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I don't mean to cut him off, but that is a lie, what he's saying. He knew that he was going to pay child support because I receive a medical card. I also receive cash assistance, and I have to cooperate with child support in order to receive those assistance.
Your Honor, me and Rakaya were separated towards July, maybe for a couple weeks. August, we got back together, you know, towards the end of August, beginning of September, she told me I feel pregnant. And we went to buy like maybe 4 or 5 pregnancy tests that day.
Your Honor, I found out that I was pregnant September 18th, to be exact with you. And I went to that doctor's appointment and I came home, I handed him the papers. This is my results at the doctor. This is my proof of pregnancy.
And what did he say when you handed him that?
He didn't have much to say. He just said, oh.
No, Your Honor, I never received any paperwork, Your Honor. I never received any paperwork at all. She said she was between 3 to 5 weeks. I believed her with 3 to 5 weeks. We got back together in August. We were having a lot of makeup sex, you could say. So I'm like, okay, yeah, it's probably my baby. If it's 3 to 4 weeks, 3, 4, 5 weeks, it all adds up. It's possible, you know?
So you're doing the calculation in your mind and you say if this baby was conceived in August,
yeah,
then I am more than likely the father.
I was more than likely, I didn't have any doubts that it was my baby. After a couple months, you know, I'm looking like, wow, you know, she's getting kind of big, kind of fast, you know? She doesn't look like she's, 5, 6 weeks. What's going on?
So as you were there living in the house with her, you start saying for 5 or 6 weeks, she's really showing.
Yeah, I'm like, she's really showing. That's what I'm thinking
Your
to myself.
Honor, I was carrying twins. That's why I was getting big so fast. It was my first time ever having twin children, and I didn't know at the time that I was even carrying twins.
We went to the doctor, maybe probably was about 3 or 4 weeks later, and the doctor was telling her, yeah, you need to stop smoking cigarettes, and he was telling me, like, look, you need to be honest about smoking cigarettes. Here's her paperwork. And he showed me the paperwork, and it said 15 or 17 weeks or something like that. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, y'all.
No.
So when you were at the doctor's appointment with her,
yes,
the doctor asked her, told her, encouraged her to stop smoking, but you also got a look at the paperwork.
No, he did not.
And when you saw it, it had how many weeks?
I received the paperwork in my hand, and it had to be between 13 and 15 weeks.
And at that time, when you were at the appointment, how many weeks did you think she was?
She was supposed to be around 9 weeks at the time.
This is going through your head?
This is going through my head. So, and it's just everything that's been building up. It just was building up and building up, like, okay, so she couldn't have been 3 to 5 weeks when she first told me, So that means she deliberately lied to me about the situation.
Your Honor, I did not lie about how many weeks I was.
Yes,
I did not lie about anything.
Yes, she did.
During the whole pregnancy, I was with him. I was honest about everything with him.
She was correct about that. She was honest with me.
What did she say?
At the beginning of August, she told me when we got back together, she told me, oh yeah, I've been having unprotected.
I told you before August.
She basically told me that she was having unprotected sex with the guy.
That was July, beginning of July. That was the beginning of July.
With a guy that she was,
with a
that's
kid.
what a guy that she has previously been with before.
So that right there is your doubt, because as you were in that doctor's office and saw the calculation, and it led you back to the time when you were on a break.
I triple checked, Your Honor. I did it in my head. I got the calendar in my phone. I looked at the doctor reads. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, let me triple check.
We were on a break.
And it led you back to the time when you were on the break.
And it led me back to exact. I'm like, no, Lord, you can't be telling me this is the exact time.
We were on a break. We had been on a break for over a month and a half when I was with the other guy in July.
Your Honor.
We got back together the end of July, beginning of August.
Is a dirty fight, Your Honor. We've been together almost 6 years. We've been together almost 6 years.
Right.
A break for us is, oh, well, I'm leaving out the house. I'm going to go to my parents' house for a while, or you leave and you go with your mom or something like that.
No, that's not a break.
That was a break between us, and we were always back together within a month's time. So it was still no excuse. A break is not an excuse to go sleep with someone and have a child by someone else at all.
And so, after this, you still stuck by her.
Exactly.
And then you signed the birth certificate when you were at the hospital, am I correct?
Yes, I did.
Tell me about that day.
She had her sister come get the children. I came up to the hospital. I was with her the whole night, all until she had the baby. I was there. It was no problem. The agreement this was the agreement from the beginning. If the guy that I believe is Hannah's dad, if he didn't have any part of anything, I would sign a birth certificate and Hannah would never know a thing. Nobody would never know a thing. This would be the biggest family secret that we ever had. And I had no problem with that. And I had no problem with that because I'm not gonna let just someone come in and destroy my family like that. You know, it just don't.
You destroyed your family.
It just don't
Your
leave
Honor,
that
he
easy.
destroyed his family. He destroyed his family from the beginning. You had doubts, and that's why you're here. Because you kept on saying you didn't know if she was yours. And I was honest. I told him that it was a
Your Honor,
possibility.
Rakai's a dirty fighter. She's a dirty fighter. We just can't fight and I go sleep on the couch and she's in the bed. No, she brings the deepest, darkest secrets and they're true to the light. And she will tell, these not your kids anyway. Why you helping
Wait a
take
minute,
Really?
hold on.
Really?
At some point, she
Really?
said that to you?
Yes, to my face.
Really?
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
We had twins. Hannah is a twin. It was Hannah and Heather. One of our twins, Hannah was the smaller one. Heather was the big one. She ended up passing away a month after she was born.
I'm sorry.
You know,
to hear
Right.
that.
What did you put me through the whole time? Was you supportive on that?
We grieved in two different ways. She grieved like, oh my God, I don't want to leave the house. I'm stressed. Like she's going through like women do. I understand that. I didn't grieve that type of way, you know? She was looking at me like I didn't have any type of sympathy about what was going on, period.
You're
But
saying
you can't.
he barely even grieved the loss. Do you believe that because he doubted the children?
Like he doubted them from the minute that I told him I was pregnant. Like he's sitting here like I wasn't honest with him. Just because you saying you didn't do nothing on your break with me, but we were broke up. We wasn't supposed to get back together. So I was doing me. What's wrong with that? And I was honest when we did decide we were going to be back together.
After all that, after she was honest with me, I respected that. You were honest with me. Let's get this right. She was still sleeping with this man after Hannah was born. Your Honor, matter of fact,
Is that true, Ms. Zachary?
Yes, I was.
Matter of fact, Your Honor,
because we decided that we wasn't going to be together.
We've
been on and off for 5 years.
Been on a break for about
We've
a month.
been on and off for 5 years.
And the guy that's Hannah's dad, he just slept with her 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. We're on a break.
Really,
We're on
King?
a break for a month. She just slept with him 2 weeks ago in my bed. She didn't go to his house. She didn't go to a hotel. It was the bed that we share. It was the bed that we share.
How do you have this information? You told him this too, Ms. Zachary?
Yes, I did.
She told me the information, but you want to know how I really know the information?
And it's not your bed, it's my home.
When I came in,
that's my house.
When I came in, my daughter, which is her daughter, not my biological daughter, but my 3-year-old daughter was like, man, it was somebody over here that wasn't right. I didn't know him. Wow, okay. So what's going on, Rakaya?
What you mean what's going on? What do you mean what's going on, Your Honor?
But she had
I wasn't with him once again. He had did some messed up stuff to me.
And another
why
thing
do
is,
he expect me to be loyal
the children
to him?
refer to her as Hannah's dad.
He ain't never been
children
loyal to
refer
me.
to him as Hannah's dad.
Let's bring it down a notch. So, Mr. Thomas, Ms. Zachary says you weren't loyal to her too. Were you cheating?
No, I was not.
King, really?
Your Honor, I go to work, I come home, I cook, I take care of the kids. That's what I do, Your Honor. Every day. Every day.
Okay.
I'd like to hear from your witness. Please stand, sir. State your name for the court.
Pierre Hill.
Mr. Hill, you are Mr. Thomas's uncle.
Yes.
What do you know about this situation?
You know what, Your Honor, this whole situation is just crazy, like from the fighting to the arguing and stuff like that. I don't think that he is the father of Hannah.
You don't?
And the reason why is because she just don't look like him. And another reason, one time me and, Rakaya was hanging out in the house, they had got into it. He had left to get some air. And she had actually showed me pictures. I don't know if she was mad or I don't know if she was in her feelings or something. I had never told him this ever because I just didn't want no parts of it. I didn't want to get into it. But she had shown me pictures of who she really thought was the baby's dad.
Really?
Yeah, so I mean, when I seen these pictures, I didn't really know how to take it. I didn't know what to do.
Did you show Mr. Hill a picture of someone you
Yes,
said?
I did show him a picture, but that was after the fact that he already let me know that Mr. Thomas had already been talking to him about Hannah.
Right, I mean,
Okay.
but the way she told me though, it was as if like she was sure though.
You're
the
right.
way she told me it was as if she was sure. That's the way I took it at least. I could be wrong.
I want to submit this. This is
Really?
This
Jerome,
is
may I
a,
see
Really?
this, please? What is this, sir?
it's a. You know, I was going through her phone the other day. I'm thinking.
Really?
You know, I see Hannah's dad.
Really?
You know, I see Hannah's dad. I see the number in Hannah's dad. You know, it put a smile on my face. You know. I'm like, oh yeah, I've been gone for a couple weeks, you know. She got my name under Hannah's dad, you know, we're getting there, you know. And I look at it and I'm like, hold on. And I'm reading a text message. I'm like, this isn't me. This isn't even my phone number. The rest of the kids come and tell me Hannah's dad was here. Like, where did they come? Like, where did they
The
come?
kids
with that
are
for?
saying Hannah's dad was at the house?
Yes, they said Hannah's dad. And I'm like, what you mean
the kids
Hannah's
did
dad?
not tell him anything. Mr. Thomas was going through my phone, and that's how he knew.
So you are admitting that you have a person logged into your contacts as Hannah's
No,
dad?
I do not.
So this isn't from your phone?
I don't know what that document is, so I can't answer that for you.
That's a screenshot.
I do have
That's a screenshot of a
messages.
text
You
message
can
that's been
look-
printed out, Your Honor.
Are you familiar with the number that's listed here? The number
Your Honor,
you
I
know?
wear glasses, so I can't see from right there. What's the
There.
number?
224, and then it's 572, and we can't say the rest.
That's possible that that's his number.
Is that your phone number,
No,
Mr.
my
Thomas?
my number starts 224-619.
He has two different numbers, Your Honor.
All right.
Other number is
Given-
773.
He has two different numbers, Your Honor. Like,
right.
for real.
All right. You, Mr. Thomas, say that this entire saga leading up to the point where she admitted that she had slept with this other gentleman, this entire doubt is the cause why you believe you deserve and you need to have a DNA test.
Yes, this is the cause of everything, Your Honor. This is the cause of relationship problems. This is the cause of me denying Hannah, and I wouldn't even say denying her. No one knows about this in my family. My mom, my dad, they all like, oh, well, you have another daughter. Even my oldest daughter, she always, well, when I'm gonna see my little sister? You know, when I'm gonna see my little sister? I don't walk around telling people this is not my daughter. All of her kids look at me like their father. I'm their father, not even look at me like their father. I'm their father. When I get in from work, it can be 2 o'clock in the morning, it can be 5 o'clock in the afternoon. They're choking me to death, trying to get up and hug me. Hannah, she's jumping up and down when I come through the door. I love the kids just like they my kids, and they are my kids, you know? I have raised those kids from the beginning, and I'm not gonna stop raising those kids.
So what happens if Hannah is not your biological daughter today? What happens?
I'm really not sure. Like, the way I'm feeling right now, Your Honor, today is like really the last couple hours that I'm able to think in my head, like, okay, well, the maybe, you know what? I've been okay with that maybe, you know? I've been okay with saying maybe she's mine, maybe she's not, but maybe she's mine, you know? I've been okay with that, you know? When I find out these results, it's gonna be like 99.999, like, it's no maybes anymore, you know? It's nothing, and I don't know what that'll do to me, because I love this girl just like she's mine. I love her like I've been there from everything from birth and everything I always been there for. And it's just like, you know, this like it's just been tearing, like I always wanted a family since I was younger. It's like just tearing away my family, my children, like everything. It's not just a relationship that I'm leaving. Like, you know, they my life. Everything to me. Waking up to my son in the morning, you know, going to sleep with my son, seeing Hannah laugh and play, you know, even with Rakaya. I'm sorry, like.
You don't have to apologize.
That's my life, you know, they my life. All I do is work and have them. I have my job and I have them, you know? And if they're gone, like, it's just gonna be my job, like, and I mean, that's not enough for me.
Your family's important to you.
My family's very important
And
to me, you know?
that's how it should be. That's how it should be. You never have to apologize for feeling emotional about your family. Not in this courtroom. All right, given the testimony I've heard thus far today, I believe there is a reasonable legal basis, cause to order a DNA test. I want you both to immediately go and submit to that testing, and we will reconvene for the results. Are we clear?
Yes.
Jerome, please escort them out. Court is adjourned.
Go ahead, man.
Hello, Mr. Thomas and Ms. Zachary. We are back in court. You have submitted to DNA testing. Is there anything you'd like to say to the court before I read these results?
I'm here to hear what you got to say, but No, it really don't matter. I already got my mind made up.
Anything you'd like to say, Ms. Zachary?
I just want to say I made mistakes. You know, I never meant to hurt anybody. I'm nervous. I'm scared. Like, I just want him to be her dad. That's it.
I understand. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Thomas versus Zachary, when it comes to 15-month-old Hannah Thomas, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Thomas, you are her father.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh.
Great news, right? I'm so happy for the both of you. Mr. Broussard, you opened your case hoping the court will grant you a paternity test so you can prove you are not the father of 4-month-old baby Charles. You say your 1-year marriage to the defendant is on the verge of collapse because of paternity doubt, and you need this test to save your family. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mrs. Broussard, you say your husband's refusal to accept the paternity of your son has left you devastated and your marriage in shambles. You claim your husband has no reason to deny he is your son's father and believe today's DNA results will back up your claim. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So this court must listen to all of the testimony and determine if there is enough evidence to order a paternity test. I'd like to start with you, Mr. Broussard. Why do you say your marriage is on the verge of collapse?
I say my marriage is on the verge of collapse due to the infidelity, the trust issues, and all the evidence, coincidence that I discovered.
And you need this test today because you're on the birth certificate.
Yes, I am.
You are this child's legal father.
Yes, I am.
But you need this test so desperately because if you are not the biological father of this child, you want to have your name removed from this birth certificate.
Correct.
So, Ms. Broussard, what's going on in the home?
He is so obsessed with my ex that he feels that I'm cheating on him every time I do something. We argue, we fight all the time. Me and him just are not getting along at all.
How long has it been this way?
Since the end of last year. There has been rumors going around in the neighborhood that we grew up that he is not the father of our child.
And so you have been talking to your wife about the fact that these are rumors. You believe the rumors, obviously.
Yeah, I believe them based off of my own stuff I had seen and questioned about what I had found.
Do you trust your wife? Answer the question.
No.
You don't. And why is that?
Everything I've found out, everything I've been through.
You submitted a chart to the court
Yes.
concerning how you have come to not trust your wife?
Yes.
Please step over to the exhibit and explain it to the court.
This is a chart I put together. This is the first reason why that gave me my doubt that little Charles is not mine. There was 2 glasses on my table. I just got off work, and basically I walked in, and the cups looked freshly poured. You still can see the water dripping off of it because it's going to room temperature. So I asked, like, why is there another cup here? She basically said, I don't know. I said, well, you had in my house then. She didn't know.
She said, I don't know?
Yes.
So, Ms. Broussard, why did you just say, I don't know? Who was in the house drinking the other martini?
They were not martinis, they were cups. And I had poured those cups for a family member that had came over my house who was taking medication.
Okay, so then when he says, how did the glasses, or who are these two cups who was over here, why not just answer, my family member, I gave them some water so they could take their medicine, or I gave them something so they could take their medicine. Moving on.
Because I just didn't want to start an argument about having someone in the house.
If it's a family member, why do you have to say, I don't know? Why lie?
That's what I was
Because
thinking.
you do know who's in the house. All right, let's go to number 2.
It's been number 2. This is more towards the end of the month. And basically, we got an energy drink in there. I don't drink energy drinks. She don't drink energy drinks. Our kids don't drink them. So I'm like, who energy drink is this? She telling me I'm tripping. I don't know what I'm talking about. I throw it back in the refrigerator. A couple days later, it was gone. So I'm like, what's going? What happened to that energy drink that was in there? Oh, I don't know. I'm like, oh. So he grew legs and walked out.
Why respond, I don't know, Ms. Broussard? I don't understand.
Because I don't know where it came from.
That threw my second
I
down.
don't know
like,
where
she
the
messing with
energy
her
drink
egg.
came from. For all I know, he planted it there to act like this.
So the mysterious energy drink.
Mysterious
Number
energy
3.
drink. Number 3. The rumors. I am well known in my community, and I felt kind of disrespected when a child came to me and said the ex-boyfriend had told me that him and your wife are still communicating. They want to have a family, a baby together. They about to push you out the picture.
What?
Yeah, it blew my mind. So
Well, see, that's the thing about kids, though. They'll tell it, honey. And so you heard that she was still talking to the ex and they was gonna push you out the picture
and have a family.
and have a family. So, Ms. Broussard, do you know who this child is? And how would they get information about your ex?
No, I don't know nothing about no child. He never told me a child told him anything. But my ex was going around spreading rumors to make him upset.
So did you ever confront this ex, Mr. Broussard?
Oh, I did. He basically pointed the finger back at Helen.
And
When
what did
I
he
asked
say?
her about it, she basically telling me that she's not entertaining him. She answers little questions. It's real minor. When I talk to him, he's saying it's major. She's sexing him and trying to meet up with him, and
That is not true.
I'm just stuck in the middle, like who to believe?
No.
So, Ms. Broussard, have you been in touch with your ex?
Not recently, no, but we did talk a couple times last year.
You did talk to him.
Yes.
About what?
Small stuff, him asking me how I'm doing.
All right, what's number 4?
Number 4 is a purple pickle.
Isn't that an eggplant? What does that mean?
Me and Helen was, I believe, in the living room watching TV on one of my days off from work. And her phone went off, so I vibrated, flashing and ding-a-ling. In the corner of my eye, I see a gentleman taking a picture with his gentleman in his hand, sending it to my wife.
So her ex basically sent a naked photo?
Yes.
Because this is from the ex.
Yes.
Miss Broussard, did your ex send you a naked photo?
Yes, he did.
And you don't tell him don't do that?
I do, but he's gonna do it anyways because he, like I said,
And
he
you
wants
don't
to
block
piss him
his
off.
number?
No.
So you see the picture, Mr. Broussard.
Yes.
And what do you say to your wife?
In the back of my mind, I was just like, everything's true. I'm at work, working hard, sweating. She out home creeping. I mean,
You can step back over to the podium now, sir. That exhibit was very enlightening. So how do you go from rumors, the pictures, to just being convinced she slept with her ex?
in August, I was away, and once I returned home, I seen Helen in the shower, and she had like handprints on her thighs, her buttocks, and I just looked at her.
Handprints, like you could see handprints.
Like he was slapping her lower half. So basically, she stepped out the shower. She told me like I slept with him.
Oh!
He just left.
So you admitted to your husband that you had slept with your ex in your house.
Yeah.
And you don't have no shame in it, huh?
But I slept with him after his ex called me telling me that they were having an affair too.
Oh, so the revenge sex.
Yes. I wanted him to feel just as hurt as I did.
Oh, Lord. You say this happened in August.
Yes.
No, it happened in December.
And the baby was born in April?
Yes.
All right. So that would put that right around the window of conception. So, Ms. Broussard, you said it was a different time?
Yes.
When did you say it was?
December.
Oh, you said it wasn't August, it was
No,
December.
I cheated on Charles when I was 5.5 months pregnant.
Ew. So, Mr. Broussard, you say it was August. How do you know it was August?
It was hot. I had a short sleeve on. I was sweating. It was hot. It was a hot month.
All right, so look, let me figure this out. I want to go back to the temperature in August. Where are you all from?
Sacramento.
Sacramento, California. All right. 2017, August, the temperature was 96, 79, 85, 91. As high as 97 degrees, which is hot.
Very.
And here is December. The actual temperature ranged between 30 degrees, pretty chilly, to 60 degrees. So, Mr. Broussard, you would not have been sweating if it was just 30 to 60 degrees.
No, I would not.
I don't remember him wearing no short sleeve, and I don't remember him sweating because that did not happen.
But the sex with your ex did happen.
Yes, that happened.
But you say you were already pregnant when that happened.
Yes, I was.
And so, Mr. Broussard, you would remember if you came home and asked your wife about handprints on her butt and on her body, if she was pregnant, would you not?
Yes, she was not pregnant.
But you believe, Mr. Broussard, that the ex is truly the father of her child.
Yes, I do.
So, Ms. Broussard, have you told your ex about baby Charles?
No.
He doesn't contact you anymore.
I don't he has no contact with me because I blocked him off of everything.
So now you've blocked him.
Yes.
When your husband talks about his paternity doubt, about your beautiful new baby, the fact that he looks at the baby with doubt, what does that make you feel like?
It hurts my feelings a lot because I know he's a father. He looks just like him. And I don't understand why he would doubt him. I can't control his mind.
have our Broussard features. That child clearly has a different face structure.
Do you feel like he looks like her ex?
Yes, he do.
No, he doesn't.
It's just messed up that an innocent child got put in the middle of it. I just want confirmation. I just want to be set at ease. Like, if this is my child, I could move forward and be the proper father and be at my best potential in his life.
Well, hearing the testimony today and the fact that there have been several instances that could lead to potential doubt surrounding Charles's paternity, I believe this court has heard sufficient evidence to order both of you to submit to DNA testing immediately following this hearing and return to this court to get the results. Are we clear?
Yes,
Yes, Your Honor.
I will see you back in this courtroom. Court is adjourned. We are reconvening in the case of Broussard versus Broussard. In the previous hearing, I heard testimony concerning the paternity of 4-month-old Charles Broussard, and this court determined there was sufficient evidence to order you to submit to DNA testing, and we've returned to this courtroom for the results today. Ms. Broussard,
Yes.
you testified in the earlier hearing that this has been wreaking havoc on your relationship.
It has. The detachment between them two is hard.
You say there's detachment between the baby and your husband.
Yes.
Explain.
Like, You know how you could just tell when somebody looks at someone that they just don't care? That's how he looks at them.
And as a mother, that has got to just...
Yeah, it hurts a lot. And I feel like he don't care because when he was born, he wasn't even at the hospital. He was in Vegas with his ex-girlfriend.
And I can see in your eyes, that hurts.
It does hurt.
Well, we're here now, and we have the results. And I think it's time that you finally know the truth. Jerome, may I have the envelope, please? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Broussard versus Broussard, when it comes to 4-month-old Charles Broussard, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Broussard, you are the father. How does it feel to hear that?
I feel a lot more better about the results. I still got love for him. As far as me and Helen go, you know, we will have to work on our marriage and our differences. Pretty happy that this is my biological son.
And you understand now that the choices you've made, the choices you've both made, you cheated little Charles out of having a father there for his birth. Because y'all were off on some nonsense. If you want the marriage to work, you gotta work.